Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, January the 9th. These are the charts of the day. Kind of a mixed session on Wall Street and a nice finish, though. And so a lot of stocks that we followed did well today. Let's take a look at AAOI, which is recovering. After breaking this rising channel of about 6 weeks, the stock came down one day but had no follow through. Stabilized for a few days, now it's moving right back up again. Should this get over 23.65? My target's 28.9 in that zone for starters. ACCD, big pop today, going from 1169 to over 15. It did back off to, no, actually, my bad. It closed at the high for the day, going away at 1504, a substantial surge. And now, based on what I'm seeing here, at resistance. Now, if we do get a follow through as early as tomorrow, we might see something up around 16.75, 17. But be careful, it's extended a bit. ACET breaking out of a big downtrend and then lateral price resistance a couple of days ago. Today exploded 238 to 377, finished 340. It's up 94 cents, 38%, trading 7.2 million at resistance at this gap. Your extension target might be 5 and 6. AMD continues to push back up near the high for the year, a high for the last 12 months, I should say, reaching almost 150. And recent high was 151.05, so we're just a point and a quarter away from that. Your target 164.5 at the old all-time high. APLD continuing its run, extended today, jumping from 742 to 862, $1.20, and closing at 855, up 96 cents, 12.5%. Really nice breakout day for me. I wish the volume was heavier, but my target is now 11. APLS extending for the last couple of days, broke out of a wedge yesterday and followed through today at the top of the channel. However, next lateral resistance at 78.9 might be your target. ARDX popped out of a flag yesterday, had a nice follow-through day today, and is now at the highest level achieved in this stock, and actually through that level in about 6 years. So through here, might see about 14.15. That's up next. Up next, CCCC, which exploded and then pulled back, has now started to run back up in a channel. Today's jumping all the way up to 796 near 8 before backing off. 733 up 52 cents at the close. 15 million traded. You can see where it backed off the prior spike high. If it does get to that level, up through 835.40, you might see 10.5 and 12. In the uranium group, the CCJ popped out of a falling wedge. And now looks like it's going to run or a test of 46.75, 47 next, followed by a run to 50.51. CRDO, beautiful recovery yesterday and today, which is seen to go from yesterday's low of 17.36 to today's high over 20. The recent spike high at 20.77 would be minor resistance. Let's get through that. For starters, you're probably looking at something in the 22.3 range. CUTR, that's CUTR, broke out of a base today as well with big volume, trading 37 million shares and jumping 33%. Now looking for more upside, 5.5 and 6.5 coming up. DYNE with a big pop recently and a pullback at 2 consecutive quiet days. Today it started to surge again with an engulfing bar on the upside, up 73 cents, targeting 22, 24, 29. GCT, beautiful rising channel, intact and still going, jumping another $1.60 or 7% today. Volume was solid at nearly 4 million. My target now 25 and then 29. IOVA continues its long run. This is a tech trader swing. It's gone from 3.25 to 10, tripling. Next target 11.75 on a rising channel. METC in the coal sector. Broke kind of a 3-wave corrective flag, popped, retested, and then has been taken off of late, having just moved from 1680 to 2280, 6 points in the last week or so. Looks like this can extend. Having just gone through key resistance, This is new all-time high territory. I would call for a move that extends it up to 24.5. MRSN popped yesterday and popped again today, jumping another 51 cents or 19%. Volume was solid at 5.2 million. Extension targets now at 4 and 4 3/4. MXCT popped out of a month-long flag with a little bit of a gap, up 14% or 65 cents. 2.2 million traded, pretty good volume for that stock. And my follow-through is 5 3/4 and 7. Ntra, its tech trader swing is having a great week. And in the last 4 days, having gone from 58 3/4 to today's high at 68, nearly 10-point run, and a breakout day. So for me, I think this has more to go. My target is 74. RXRX also exploding 4 or 5 days in a row from 9 1/4 to over 14, about a 50% pop, and yet extension target looks like 17. SGHT, tech trader swing, inverse head and shoulder, breaking the neckline, flag, and firm. Got to get it up though through 6, and then I'm looking at 8.5 and 10. Shopify looks like a consolidation after the big run is successful. Stock closed at the high for the entire range. Now looking for a move into the mid 80s, possibly low to mid 90s at some point. SIDU pop pullback held in 50, exploded now in a rising pattern up now 5 days in a row, which has taken it from 7 1/4 to 1885 at the height today, which is at resistance. We get through here, you might see low to mid 20s. Powerful chart. SLDB also broke out of a little 6-7 day flag and then pull back, but today we rushed right back up. I think $10 might be a doable target. SMCI coming out of a long multi-month consolidation after a huge run, now fixed to challenging its all-time high at 357. Today's high 349. If we get to that level, we might see 400. SRPT popped sharply on some positive news. The jumping 1981 could be a takeover, and you can see it's at resistance here. Next target, 135 and 148. TMDX spiked another 631 or 8%. Volume was a modest 1.1 million, but if this extends, the target right now is 96. UP coming out of a base and then forming a wedge is very attractive. My target now, 6.5 and 8. VKTX, a tech trader swing, broke out of a 3-week flag today with a spike up of 232 or 12%. Next target is 25. And finally, WRAP broke out of a 6-8 week consolidation and spiked up to test resistance before backing off. But the volume of 3.2 million was the biggest volume on WRAP since way back here in June of last year. So this is a year and a half ago, 18-month type high. If we can get through today's high, you're looking at 4.5 and 5 3/4. Let's look at some of the hot stocks at thetechtrader.com, folks. And this is HB wishing you a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.